Yo, what is good, everybody? Welcome to another video. Today, I've got myself into a little bit of some hot water. If you don't know, just recently, I made a video over here on my channel called The New Zenless Zone Zero Update is Gross. In this video, I go over why I think this outfit is a little bit icky, a little bit gross to put on a child. And wouldn't you know, it was met with brigading, mass dislikes, all that stuff from the lolly community. To nobody's surprise, this has happened to me before. I'm used to it. Anytime you broach this topic, you're gonna get brigaded with dislikes. It's something I've accepted. Here's another video where I talk about one of the most disgusting content creators I've ever seen, who, I'm sorry I'm showing you this, but I need to make a point, was posting stuff like this on Twitter. And even that video had like 1,000 to 2,000 dislikes. They were sexualizing Nahida. But anyways, that's not what we're talking about today. Today, we're talking about my Zenless Zone Zero video. And the comments that were on, I'm going to be addressing all of them. I have a list of every single comment I saw most frequently. We're going to respond to it. We're going to talk about why these people are wrong. We're going to talk about the Reddit thread that was made. And let's get into it here. So if you don't know, about literally an hour after my video was posted, there was a Reddit thread made that was actually, it's been removed by the moderator. Shout out to the ZZZ mods, have already removed it. But right before this, I actually have the screenshot. HSR tourists are now attacking ZZZ. Calling me an HSR tourist is low-key kind of funny. But anyways, the response to this was something, man. Can we stop validating rage bait? People don't understand the definition of rage bait. Just because you're angry doesn't make something rage bait. Dude, and the thumbnail looks like he is more interested in real. They call me a PDF. Okay. Now, the reason that comment is so funny in particular is because what that person's trying to do is like put the shoe on the other foot. No, I'm not the PDF, he is. But you know what's funny about that? Nowhere, not once in this 8-minute video did I ever refer to anybody as a PDF. I never said it was a crime. I never said anybody has to be in jail. That was not a comment I made. And that's the main point of today. This was not something I said. I don't know how many people thought that was something I said. I don't think this pertains to the real world. I don't think you are legally, by definition, a PDF. That was not a claim I made. The skin is not a crime. That's not something I think. What I do think is that people attracted to it, though, are weird/gross. In brackets, not that deep. We just have a difference of opinion. I think people that are attracted or design costumes like that for children are kind of weird and kind of gross. Baseline. That's my full take. That's it. If that's what you wanted to get with this video, congratulations, you got it. And so something like this really does just come off like projection, which is funny because someone commented projection and they got downvoted -44 times. And then the dude schizoed out thinking it was me. Bro, this guy has 1,900. I don't even know what comment karma is. This is my Reddit account over here, Kekvin Genshin, bro. I've had this account for like a year. I think I have like 10 Reddit posts total. I got 11 karma. Hey, big day, big day. But yeah, everything else in this is really just coming after HSR as a game. Like, HSR players are very bold to talk about you with Tribby. I don't think I ever made this an HSR versus ZZZ thing in that video. As an HSR player, yeah, I'm gonna be honest, guys. I don't represent HSR. I don't think I do. I don't think anyone thinks I do. But anyways, that's about the accumulation of that Reddit thread right there. It honestly was just kind of stupid, and the fact that it was removed is probably a good thing at the end of the day. But I think the more outrageous thing was the comment section on this video. There's over 1,100 comments, and to be honest, there would probably be closer to like 1,300 if I wasn't mass banning people, because people were leaving, I'm not kidding you, the dumbest comments of all time. Responses from opposition. 90% of the comments. Now, I'm going to be real. I don't have screenshots of these comments. Like I said, I was just mass deleting them because they were the dumbest things I've ever read. But here were about 90% of the comments. Get filtered. You're a tourist. Just quit. That was about 99% of ops comments. Like I said, I just take the word tourist as a compliment. I don't care. I mean that truly. You're a tourist because you don't play the game as much as I do. I mean, I played ZZZ during like the 1.0 update, the 1.1 update, the 1.2 update. I just haven't played it for updates because ZZZ is a game that I play for the characters. And if there isn't one I like, I just don't play the update. And I don't like the recent characters, so I'm just not going to play the update. And also, to everyone saying that I got filtered, I actually didn't get filtered because if there's a character I like, I'll just play the next update. You don't have to quit a game just because you disagree with one aspect of it. I don't know why everyone thinks this. Like, I don't know why everyone says, oh, you disagree with it? Quit! That's the only option. You have to quit because you disagree with one thing. No. Like, what? Guys, do I disagree with the character skin? Do I not like it? Yes. Does that mean I'm gonna denounce ZZZ forever and never associate with again? No. I have friends who play Zenless Zone Zero. Do you think I'm going to all my friends who play Zenless Zone Zero and go, you're still playing Zenless? What's wrong with you? You know that skin's in the game. No. I don't care. They can still play the game and just simply not be attracted to it. Like I said at the beginning of the notepad, my problem is not with people who play Zenless Zone Zero. It's my problem with people who are attracted or sexualize children. You can still play the game. It's fine. If I were to quit every game because I had one problem or disliked one aspect of the game, I would have quit every gacha game. Probably every game I ever played. I can't think of a single game where I haven't had one problem in the game. Okay, the next 5% of comments were attempting to prove hypocrisy. This is something that these people like to do a lot. They really want to prove you as a hypocrite. They're desperate to do this. The main ways which they were able to prove me as a hypocrite was you have E6 Sparkle or you like Sparkle. Bro, the fact that I have to respond to this is genuinely like sad. One, what does me having E6 Sparkle have to do with sexualizing characters? Even if you want to make the argument that Sparkle's a child, I'm not sexualizing her. Or at least I don't think so. And I like to make it clear, I don't have a problem with anybody who does because I view the character as an adult. In fact, hold up, quick Google search. Is Sparkle an adult HSR? Oh, here we go. Perfect. AI overview. Sparkle in Honkai Star was considered an adult or young adult. Like, did we forget Sparkle's trailer? Like, this character's a psychopath. Bro, she waves around guns. Yeah, this character's insane. She's like a legitimate mental asylum character. I don't know how you even conceive that this is a child, but her whole aesthetic, the way she talks, to me comes off like an adult. You're free to disagree if you like, but that's my opinion on the matter. To be honest, you probably have more luck arguing that like Sparkle's racist, man, because that one, honestly, that one may be true. I did not approve of the way she talked to Adventurine. Next one. Okay, so there was, I think this was like one comment. I probably didn't need to address this, but someone said I was playing Persona music, and because I played Persona music, I might play the game Persona, which you're correct. I do play Persona. That doesn't inherently mean I approve of sexualizing minors. Like I said, you can play a game and disagree with aspects of the game. Okay, other random comments. You don't care about actual children. You can care about 2 issues at once. This isn't some crazy revelation. This is a very common debate fallacy where people will be like, whoa, well, this one issue's bad, but this other issue's really bad. Why are you talking about this other really bad issue? You can just care about 2 issues. If you want to argue, oh, why don't you make videos on it? Because it has nothing to do with my channel. I'm like an anime and gacha channel. Oh, and in case anybody was wondering, yes, obviously this sexualization of real children is much worse and not even within the same realm. I acknowledge that. I don't feel like I've ever said differently. You can't separate fiction from reality. No, I definitely can, and that's why I made sure not to call anyone a PDF file, because that is applicable to real children. You are not harming real children, or at least I certainly hope not. Obviously, that statement isn't applicable to the whole community, especially when you look at somebody like Lakari, who I'm not saying represents everybody, but that was a dude who was very openly into lolly. He was blatant about it and then got exposed, and wouldn't you know? I really, really hope you're not. You called the outfit sexy. Okay, so there's one point in this video where I say, hold up, let me find the clip. Typically when you look at a character like this, you think, oh yeah, she's cute. But when you try to sexualize her or make her and put her in a costume like this, that's obviously meant to be sexy, it just gets really odd, because then how are you supposed to feel as a fan? Okay, so the reason I said that is pretty obvious, but people want to twist my words and make it something that it's not. Yes, that outfit is meant to be sexy. That's why the skirt goes up to waistline. That's why she's wearing garter straps. If that was on an adult character, I would find it attractive. Because it's on a child, I think it's weird as shit. Guys, why are garter straps usually used? For one of 2 reasons: to hold up like thigh-high stockings and for lingerie. Garter straps or garter belts can be both sexy and functional. They're meant to look seductive. This is not a revolutionary thing. You're doing this for money, views, subs. That was a pretty frequent one that I saw. Nope. I actually didn't expect the video to do that many views, and to anyone saying I do it for subs is actually an idiot. When you have really strong opinions like this, which I'm gonna be honest, I don't even think it was that strong of an opinion, you're gonna cut off part of your audience, which is exactly why, you know, when this video came out, I immediately lost subs. So I lost 20 subs. Now it eventually went back up because there's more people who agree with me than disagree. And as for the money, guys, I made 34 bucks on the video. It was an 8-minute vid in January. And by the way, and also that's Canadian dollars. So that's like 20 US bucks. I didn't get shit from that video, nor did I think I would. It was 8 minutes in January. If you don't know, sorry, some people won't understand that January is the lowest month for CPM. I made $2 per 1,000 views on this vid. And I subjugated like 20 people from my audience. Now I'm happy I lost those people because ultimately those people were not people I wanted in my audience. And frankly, I think for everyone saying, hey, Kekvin, you got filtered, I think I actually ended up filtering people from my audience who I just simply didn't want there. This is in Wuwa/HSR. Wuwa, yeah, there is that one character that does like the butt attack. I think that character's weird. I don't remember that character's name, but yeah, that one's weird. HSR, I don't think has a, you could maybe argue like Clara or Yun Lee that have the dogs out, but I don't know. I feel like that's a bit of a stretch. But like I said, I would not defend these games if they did that. This is not an HSR versus Wuwa versus ZZZ thing. If they did that, I'd probably call it out too and say it was weird. I don't agree with it. That's part of the reason I showed in yesterday's video that I had already called out this topic in the past twice. Things I did wrong in this video. I generalized too much. I use words like community too much. I generalized too much. I made it seem like my problem was with the ZZ community. It's not. My problem is with the portion of the ZZ community that's attracted to animated minor. Anyways, let's get into the long-awaited debate of, is the character a child? How do I judge if a character is a child? It was a contentious point last video. There was people that was arguing that that was an adult. I don't know how in the world you would come to that conclusion, but there were some people saying that. How I judge a character is how they act or look, or in my words, coded. Ages in anime don't matter. There is no height of consent. This is just like a common meme that people will use as like height of consent as a way to like straw man your argument. No, I don't believe in height of consent. Although I do think if you're a 2-foot child like Nahida, yeah, okay, height of consent may be applicable there. If you're 2 foot tall, that's like baby levels, bro. But like for example, Jotaro from like JoJo's, I'm pretty sure is like 16. Sorry, in part 3, he's 17 years old. Do we remember what Jotaro looked like in part 3? Yes, this character is 17. Am I gonna call you weird and gross for being attracted to Jotaro? No. However, this character is 1,000 years old. Am I gonna call you weird for being attracted to this character? Yes, 100%. That's why even if they confirm the age of Sana, I wouldn't care because she still acts and looks like a child. Why is that? Walks around with a preschooler backpack. Look, bro, look at that thing. She has like a half of a school uniform on. I genuinely don't know how you could not think this character is child coded. And by the way, in case you want to come at me for thinking that's a child, guys, your own community thinks she's a kid. The ZZZ discussion thread was banning people for any mentions of PDF/lolicon terms, phrases, symbols attributing to her because people in this own community think that she's a child too. Or sorry, she looks like one. End of discussion. The community on this will always be split. I know that throughout this video, I've been able to convince a grand total of 0 people. This video will still get brigaded. There's going to be no discussion from this video. People are just going to comment goodbye to a risk. Absolutely nothing to come in this video, but I want to get my point across anyways, regardless of the mindless mob to come. At the end of the day, though, we can have a difference of opinion. I think people are trying to animate children is weird and gross. You think it's pixels. Cool. That's all it really comes down to. The people saying I'm like grandstanding or some virtue signaler, I don't think I'm some ultra virtuous man. It's really, to be honest, it really just comes down to instinctual feeling, and I'm gonna be honest, most people would feel that way. But anyways, more ZZZ content when they release a character I like or that I want to play. For now though, yeah, I ain't gonna play the game. I ain't gonna play that update. I ain't gonna buy that skin. If you want to, you can. I really don't care. But either way, peace out, boys.